Hello everyone. My name is Ava, and welcome to Fluent English Journey. If you are new here, I'm really happy to have you with us today. This channel is a friendly place where we share videos every day to help you improve your English listening and speaking skills. You don't need to be perfect here. You just need to be willing to learn, listen, and try. Today, we are going to talk about overcoming challenges in daily life. Life is not always easy. Every day, we face small and big problems. But the good news is this: challenges are not here to stop us. They're here to teach us something important. I want to share some stories, real examples, and simple tips to help you face difficult situations with more confidence and calmness. Let me begin with a story about my friend Daniel. Daniel works in a busy technology company. Last year, he faced one of the biggest challenges of his life. For the first time, he was asked to manage a team. Daniel was very good at his technical work, but leading people was completely new to him. At the beginning, Daniel felt nervous and unsure. He didn't know how to handle disagreements or how to motivate his team members. He told me that he made many mistakes in the first few weeks. He didn't communicate clearly, and he tried to solve every problem by himself. One day, a team member named Sarah came to him and said, "Daniel, we want to help you, but you need to trust us and give us responsibility." At first, Daniel felt uncomfortable. He thought asking for help would make him look weak. But slowly, he started to understand something important. True leadership is not about doing everything alone. It is about guiding people, listening to them, and trusting their abilities. Over the next few months, Daniel worked on improving himself. He practiced clear communication. He listened carefully to feedback. He celebrated small successes with his team. He even started writing in a journal every day to reflect on his challenges and lessons. By the end of the project, the team completed their work successfully. More importantly, Daniel became more confident as a leader. He told me that this experience changed his life. Daniel learned one powerful lesson: challenges are not obstacles. They're opportunities to grow. Now, let me share an example from my own life. A few years ago, I had to work full-time while studying for an advanced English exam. Many days, I felt very tired. Sometimes, I wanted to give up completely. My wife noticed how stressed I was. She suggested creating a clear daily schedule. The schedule included work time, study time, rest, and even exercise. At first, I didn't like the idea. I thought a schedule would make me feel more pressure. But when I started following it, something interesting happened. I felt calmer. I focused better. And slowly, I made steady progress. This taught me that structure can reduce stress, not increase it. One of the biggest challenges many people face is fear of failure. People are afraid to try new things because they worry about making mistakes. But mistakes are part of learning. Think about Daniel again. He was afraid of failing as a leader. But because he faced his fear, he grew stronger. Every mistake helped him move forward. Another helpful tip is breaking big problems into small steps. When something feels too big, divide it into parts. For example, if you want to improve your English speaking skills, you don't need to speak perfectly right away. Start with just 10 minutes a day. You can speak to yourself, record your voice, or talk to one trusted friend. Small steps, repeated every day, bring big results over time. Let me share another story. My neighbor, Mr. Ahmed, always dreamed of opening a small cafe. But he worried about money and managing customers. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, he started small. He sold coffee from a tiny corner in his house. He made many mistakes at first. Sometimes he mixed drinks incorrectly. Sometimes he forgot orders. But he didn't quit. He learned from every mistake. He listened to customer feedback. Little by little, his cafe grew. Today, his cafe is very popular in our neighborhood. He often says that his failures taught him more than any book ever could. Another important idea is positive thinking and resilience. When we focus on solutions instead of problems, challenges feel easier to manage. For example, last year my car broke down during a trip. I could have panicked or complained. Instead, I stayed calm, called for help, and used the waiting time to plan my next steps. That experience reminded me that calm thinking can turn problems into manageable situations. Life is unpredictable. That's why learning to adapt is so important. My friend Michael is an architect. Last year, a big construction project faced delays because materials didn't arrive on time. Instead of blaming others, Michael stayed calm. He talked to his team, found new suppliers, and adjusted the project schedule. In the end, the project was completed successfully, and he earned great respect. Another challenge many people face is balancing work and personal life. My friend Emma works as a manager and often works long hours. She noticed that her stress was affecting her family life. So she made a decision. She turned off work notifications after 7 p.m. She spent more time with her family. At first, saying no was difficult. But soon, she realized that protecting her personal time made her more productive at work. Sometimes, challenges are physical. My friend Kareem wanted to run a marathon, but he had never exercised regularly. At first, even short runs felt very difficult. But he didn't give up. He followed a slow and steady plan. Each week, he ran a little more. After several months, he completed his first marathon. This story teaches us the power of patience and consistency. Many challenges take time. Progress can feel slow, but steady effort always brings results. And finally, many people struggle with fear in social situations. My colleague Lisa once faced a big fear in her life. She was invited to speak at a conference in front of hundreds of people. Public speaking terrified her. Her hands shook just thinking about it, and she almost said no to the invitation. But Lisa decided to face her fear instead of running away from it. She prepared very carefully. She practiced her speech many times at home. She asked her friends to listen and give honest feedback. She also spent time imagining herself speaking calmly and confidently. On the day of the conference, something amazing happened. Lisa stood on the stage and spoke clearly. Her voice was strong. The audience listened carefully. When she finished, people applauded loudly. Lisa felt proud of herself, not because she was perfect, but because she was brave. Her story reminds us that preparation and positive visualization are powerful tools to overcome fear. Another common challenge in daily life is dealing with financial problems. My friend Ahmed once faced a sudden financial crisis. His small business suffered losses, and he felt very worried. He could have panicked or ignored the problem. But instead, he chose to take action. Ahmed created a clear and detailed plan. He wrote down all his expenses. He cut unnecessary costs. He looked for new ways to earn income. He even took online courses to improve his business skills. Slowly, his situation improved. Within 1 year, Ahmed became stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. This story shows us that financial difficulties can be overcome with planning, learning, and resilience. Sometimes, challenges are emotional, not practical. My friend Sophia went through a very painful time after losing her father. She felt deep sadness and had trouble continuing her daily life. Even simple tasks felt heavy. Sophia decided to start very small. She took short walks. She wrote her feelings in a journal. She talked openly with her husband and close friends. With time, she found strength again. Later, she even started volunteering to help others who were experiencing loss. Her story teaches us that asking for support is not a weakness. It is a smart and healthy way to heal. Now, let's talk about learning from failure. My friend Robert tried to start a small online store. The first few months were very difficult. Sales were low. Some customers left negative feedback. Instead of quitting, Robert studied the feedback carefully. He improved his product descriptions. He changed his marketing strategy. He redesigned his website. He also spent time learning digital marketing skills. Little by little, things improved. Today, his online store is successful and growing. Robert's experience reminds us that failure is not the end. It is a lesson if we are willing to learn and adapt. Facing challenges often means learning new skills. My friend Fatima is a teacher. When her school introduced online classes, she felt confused and frustrated. Technology was new and uncomfortable for her. But instead of avoiding the problem, she faced it directly. She watched online tutorials. She asked her colleagues for help. She practiced every day. After a few weeks, she became confident. What once scared her became a useful skill. This shows us that learning something new can turn fear into growth. Sometimes, challenges appear at home. My friend Samir and his wife moved into a new house. There were many repairs to do. The work felt overwhelming. Samir decided to break the work into small steps. Each weekend, they focused on just one task: painting walls, arranging furniture, fixing small problems. Step by step, the house became comfortable and organized. The process even brought them closer together. This teaches us that small actions make big challenges easier. A positive mindset is another powerful tool. My friend Rebecca had a long and tiring commute to work. At first, she hated it. She complained every day. Later, she changed her approach. She started listening to educational podcasts and audiobooks. Her commute became learning time. Instead of wasting hours, she gained knowledge and inspiration. This change improved both her mood and her professional growth. Sometimes, challenges require difficult decisions. My friend Daniel, whom I mentioned earlier, faced a big choice. He could stay in a comfortable job or move to a new company with more responsibility. After thinking carefully, talking with his wife, and considering his long-term goals, Daniel chose the harder path. The transition was not easy, but it helped him grow personally and professionally. This reminds us that courage often means moving forward, even when we feel unsure. Many challenges test our patience and persistence. For example, my friend Anwar decided to learn a new language. He struggled with pronunciation. Progress felt slow, but he practiced every day. He struggled with grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. Many days felt confusing and overwhelming. Sometimes, he felt like he was not improving at all. But Anwar did not stop. He practiced a little every day. He used flashcards to remember new words. He joined language exchange groups to speak with real people. Month after month, he stayed consistent. Slowly, his confidence grew. One day, he realized he could speak naturally without fear. His story shows us that persistence is powerful, even when progress feels slow. Now, let's talk about teamwork during challenges. My friend Rachel works with community projects. Last year, she had to organize a charity event with very little money. At first, she felt worried. She wondered how she could meet the expectations of volunteers and donors. Instead of trying to do everything alone, Rachel involved her team. She gave everyone clear responsibilities. She encouraged open communication and teamwork. Because of this, the work became easier. The event was successful, and everyone felt proud. Rachel learned that collaboration often leads to better results than working alone. Another challenge many people face is dealing with criticism. My friend Omar is a writer. When his first article was published, he received harsh feedback. At first, The words hurt him deeply. He felt discouraged and doubted himself. But instead of quitting, Omar chose to learn. He read the feedback carefully. He used it to improve his next article. He joined a writing group to get constructive advice. Over time, his writing improved greatly. Omar's story reminds us that criticism is often a hidden lesson, not an attack. Some challenges test our creativity and flexibility. My friend Layla runs a small bakery. One day, she faced a sudden shortage of important ingredients. She could not make her usual recipes. Instead of closing her shop, she adapted. She adjusted recipes. She tried new techniques. She used what she had creatively. Her customers were happy, and the bakery stayed successful. This shows that adaptability and creative thinking help us survive unexpected problems. Let's talk about communication challenges. My friend John had to present ideas to international clients from different cultures. He worried about misunderstandings and mistakes. So John prepared carefully. He practiced with colleagues. He learned about cultural differences. He adjusted his communication style. The presentation went very well. He received positive feedback. His experience shows that preparation and awareness reduce communication fear. Facing challenges also requires discipline. My friend Nadia wanted to improve her fitness. At first, she exercised only sometimes and lost motivation easily. Then she made a clear plan. She created a simple schedule. She set small, realistic goals. She tracked her progress. Over time, her energy increased. Her body felt stronger. She felt proud of herself. Nadia's story shows that consistency and self-discipline create lasting change. Another important lesson is accepting mistakes. My friend Hassan learned how to cook for the first time. He burned food. He added too much salt. He forgot ingredients. But Hassan did not feel ashamed. He treated every mistake as a lesson. With practice, his cooking improved. Today, he cooks delicious meals for his family. His story reminds us that mistakes are a natural part of learning. Emotional resilience is also important. One of my colleagues lost a major client in his business. The situation felt stressful and overwhelming. At first, he felt helpless. But he chose to focus on solutions. He reviewed his mistakes. He contacted new clients. He asked mentors for advice. Slowly, his efforts worked. He found even better opportunities. He often says this challenge made him emotionally stronger. Time management is another key skill. My friend Aisha works as a software engineer and also writes a blog. Balancing both was exhausting. She started prioritizing tasks. She planned her week carefully. She set small daily goals. She reduced distractions like unnecessary social media. Her productivity increased. She enjoyed both her job and her passion. Her story shows that good time management reduces stress and improves balance. Let's talk about health-related challenges. My friend Rayhan was diagnosed with a chronic but manageable health condition. At first, he felt anxious and afraid. Instead of ignoring it, he learned about his condition. He changed his diet. He exercised regularly. He joined support groups and followed professional advice. Step by step, his quality of life improved. He felt empowered instead of defeated. His story shows that knowledge and small daily actions help manage health challenges. Sometimes, challenges involve adapting to different cultures. My friend Farah once moved to a new city for work. The people there had very different customs and ways of communicating. At first, Farah felt confused and uncomfortable. She didn't always understand how people spoke or behaved in social situations. Instead of isolating herself, Farah chose to learn. She observed people carefully. She asked polite questions when she didn't understand something. She slowly adjusted her behavior to fit the new environment. She also took language classes to improve her communication skills. After a few months, Farah felt much more comfortable. She built strong relationships at work and felt accepted. Her story shows us that cultural adaptation needs patience, observation, and an open mind. Facing challenges also means taking responsibility for mistakes. My friend TK once made a mistake on an important project at work. The error caused a small delay. He could have blamed others, but he didn't. Instead, TK admitted his mistake immediately. He explained what went wrong and suggested a solution. His honesty impressed his manager. The team worked together to fix the problem. TK often says that taking responsibility solves problems faster and builds trust and respect. Another common challenge is staying motivated during long-term goals. My friend Lena wanted to write a book. Progress was slow, and sometimes she felt discouraged. She wondered if she would ever finish. So Lena changed her approach. She set small goals, like writing 500 words a day. She celebrated finishing each chapter. She joined a writer's group for encouragement and accountability. Slowly, her book came together. One day, she finished it. Lena's story teaches us that small goals keep motivation alive. Challenges also appear in family life. My friend Omar's wife started a new job. Their daily routine changed suddenly. Omar felt stressed managing household chores, meals, and childcare. Instead of struggling alone, Omar talked openly with his wife. They created a shared plan. They divided responsibilities and supported each other. Over time, life became more balanced. They felt less stressed and more connected. This shows that teamwork and communication are essential in family challenges. Sometimes, challenges come from technology. My friend Sarah works remotely and depends on her computer. One day, her computer crashed during an important video call. She could have panicked, but she stayed calm. Sarah quickly explained the situation. She switched to a backup device and continued the meeting. Later, she learned how to create backups and fix common technical problems. Her experience shows that preparation and calm thinking reduce stress during technical issues. Let's talk about criticism in professional life. My friend Kamal is an engineer. During a project review, his supervisor criticized his design approach. At first, Kamal felt defensive and uncomfortable. But he chose to listen. He took notes. He asked questions. He revised his work carefully. When he presented the improved design, he received praise. Now, Kamal sees criticism as a tool for growth, not a personal attack. Sometimes, challenges require stepping outside your comfort zone. My friend Nadia joined a community sports group even though she had no experience. She felt shy and unsure at first. The first sessions were difficult. But Nadia kept showing up. She asked for help. She practiced regularly. Over time, she improved her skills. She made new friends. She became more confident. Her story reminds us that growth begins where comfort ends. Challenges also involve balancing many responsibilities. My friend Imran runs a small business and takes care of his elderly parents. Balancing work, family, and personal life is not easy. Imran plans tasks in advance. He focuses on what is most urgent. He asks for help when needed. Because of organization and flexibility, he manages his responsibilities well. His story shows that planning and delegation reduce pressure. Unexpected problems can also happen during travel. My friend Yasmin planned a family trip. Their flight was delayed, and the hotel room was not ready. The situation was stressful. Instead of becoming angry, Yasmin focused on solutions. She contacted the hotel. She found alternative activities. She kept her family calm and positive. In the end, the trip became a memorable experience. Her story shows that a calm mindset can turn problems into meaningful moments. This story reminds us that challenges often feel smaller and more manageable when we face them calmly and creatively. Facing challenges can also mean recovering after a setback. My friend Ahmed once took an important certification exam and failed on his first attempt. He felt disappointed and discouraged. But instead of giving up, Ahmed chose to learn from the experience. He carefully reviewed his mistakes. He changed his study plan. He spent more time practicing the difficult parts. When he took the exam again, he passed with a high score. Ahmed's story teaches us that setbacks are not failures. They're chances to improve, learn, and succeed. Sometimes, challenges require emotional control during stressful situations. My friend Fatima once had a difficult meeting with her team. People disagreed strongly, and tensions increased. The situation could have become worse. Instead of reacting emotionally, Fatima stayed calm. She listened carefully. She guided the conversation toward solutions. Because of her emotional control, the meeting became productive. Her example shows that managing emotions is a powerful skill in both personal and professional life. Another common challenge is procrastination. My friend Samir often delayed his work until the last moment. This caused stress and poor results. Samir decided to change his habits. He broke tasks into small steps. He set deadlines for each step. He rewarded himself for completing tasks on time. Slowly, he became more organized and confident. This shows that procrastination can be overcome with planning, discipline, and encouragement. Some challenges require short-term sacrifice for long-term success. My friend Layla wanted to save money to start her own business. She stopped spending on unnecessary things. She avoided impulse purchases. She focused on saving and investing. Although it was difficult at first, her patience paid off. Eventually, she started a successful business. Layla's story shows that long-term thinking helps overcome financial challenges. Another important challenge is handling conflicts. My friend Omar had a disagreement with a colleague about project priorities. Instead of avoiding the problem, he faced it calmly. He arranged a meeting. He listened carefully. He suggested solutions that worked for both sides. The conflict ended peacefully, and their teamwork improved. This teaches us that calm communication helps resolve conflicts. Some challenges require strong focus in distracting environments. My friend Rashid works in a busy office with many interruptions. He found it hard to concentrate. Rashid began blocking specific hours for deep work. He turned off notifications. He used timers to stay focused. Over time, his productivity improved. This shows that focus and concentration help manage daily challenges. Challenges can also appear in relationships. My friend Amina had a disagreement with her neighbor about shared responsibilities. She felt frustrated at first. Instead of reacting negatively, she chose calm communication. She listened carefully. She showed empathy. They found a solution together. This restored peace and strengthened mutual respect. Amina's experience shows that patience and empathy help solve social challenges. Setting clear goals is another important part of overcoming challenges. My friend Imran wanted to learn advanced photography. At first, he felt overwhelmed by the techniques and equipment. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, he set small goals. First, he focused on lighting, then composition, then editing. Step by step, his skills improved. Eventually, he even started selling his photos online. This shows that clear goals turn big challenges into small steps. Another important lesson is asking for help. My friend Yasser started a construction business, but struggled with accounting. Instead of struggling alone, he hired an accountant. He also asked experienced people for advice. With support, his business grew steadily. Yasser often says that asking for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Finally, many challenges require patience and persistence. My friend Farida wanted to learn how to play the piano. At first, progress was slow. Her hands felt uncomfortable and mistakes were common. But she practiced a little every day. She stayed patient. Over time, her skills improved. After several months, she could play full songs confidently. Farida's story reminds us that great skills are built slowly, with patience and effort. Sometimes, challenges come with new responsibilities at work. My friend Omar was promoted to lead a team for the first time. He had to manage different personalities, deadlines, and expectations. At first, this felt stressful and confusing. Instead of panicking, Omar chose to learn. He studied basic leadership skills. He asked experienced managers for guidance. He held regular meetings with his team to improve communication. Slowly, Omar became more confident. He learned how to motivate people and solve problems calmly. His story shows that new responsibilities may feel difficult at first, but they help us grow. Another challenge is dealing with unexpected delays. My friend Rana planned a large family event. On the day of the event, heavy rain ruined the outdoor plans. Instead of feeling angry or disappointed, Rana acted quickly. She moved everything indoors. She adjusted activities. She kept everyone involved and positive. The event was successful and people enjoyed it. Rana's story teaches us that flexibility and quick thinking help us handle surprises. Facing challenges also means embracing continuous learning. My friend Tarek works as a software developer. When new technologies were introduced, he felt uncomfortable at first. Instead of resisting change, Tarek took action. He joined online courses. He attended workshops. He practiced new skills regularly. Over time, he became confident and skilled. He even received recognition at work. This shows that learning turns challenges into opportunities. Some challenges are physical or environmental. My friend Kareem enjoys hiking. During one trip, a sudden storm appeared on the mountain trail. Kareem stayed calm. He followed safety rules. He guided his group carefully to shelter. Everyone stayed safe. The experience taught them the value of preparation and calm decision-making. Kareem's story shows that planning and composure help manage physical challenges. Daily challenges often require self-discipline. My friend Amina wanted to wake up early to exercise before work. At first, she kept pressing the snooze button. She changed her routine. She placed her alarm far from the bed. She tracked her progress in a journal. Within weeks, waking up early became a habit. She felt more energetic and productive. Amina's story shows that self-discipline turns small habits into big results. Another important skill is handling uncertainty. My friend Zanab was offered a job in a new city. She wasn't sure if it was the right decision. Instead of rushing, she researched the city. She talked to people who live there. She carefully compared the advantages and disadvantages. This helped her make a confident choice. Her experience shows that uncertainty can be managed with patience and research. Some challenges need strategic planning. My friend Hamid wanted to expand his family business. Limited resources made this difficult. He created a clear plan. He studied the market. He identified cost-effective strategies. He delegated tasks to trusted people. By following his plan step by step, his business grew steadily. Hamid's story shows that planning is often the bridge between challenge and success. Communication under pressure is another challenge. My friend Layla had to negotiate with international clients who had strict demands. She felt nervous at first, so she prepared carefully. She anticipated questions. She practiced clear explanations. During the meeting, she stayed calm and professional. The negotiation ended successfully. Her story shows that preparation builds confidence in difficult conversations. Managing personal expectations is also important. My friend Samir wanted to run a marathon but expected fast results. After struggling, he realized his expectations were unrealistic. He adjusted his training plan. He set small goals. He celebrated progress. Eventually, he completed the marathon. Samir's story shows that realistic expectations reduce frustration and increase motivation. Prioritization helps manage busy lives. My friend Fatima had work deadlines, family duties, and personal goals. She felt overwhelmed trying to do everything at once. She made a priority list. She focused on urgent tasks first. She postponed less important activities. This helped her feel calmer and more productive. Her story shows that prioritization simplifies complex challenges. Staying calm under pressure is a valuable skill. My friend Rashid faced a technical failure during an important presentation. Instead of panicking, he explained the problem calmly. He switched to a backup system and continued. The presentation was successful. Rashid's experience shows that calm thinking helps us perform under pressure. Daily habits also build resilience. My friend Nadia created a morning routine with exercise, meditation, and goal setting. She noticed she handled daily problems more calmly. Her story shows that small daily habits strengthen emotional resilience. Creativity is another powerful tool. My friend Omar runs a small cafe. Once, he faced a shortage of fresh ingredients. Instead of canceling orders, he created new menu options. Customers appreciated the creativity. This shows that creative thinking turns obstacles into opportunities. Challenges also affect self-confidence. My friend Rana struggled with public speaking at work. She practiced regularly. She recorded herself. She asked for feedback. Over time, her confidence grew. She became a respected voice in meetings. Her story shows that confidence grows through practice and persistence. Some challenges test long-term perseverance. My friend Ahmed began learning a musical instrument as an adult. Progress was slow and frustration was common. But he practiced daily. He tracked improvement. He celebrated small wins. After months of effort, he became skilled. His story reminds us that steady effort over time brings success. Finally, some challenges involve interpersonal relationships. My friend Sarah faced disagreements with a neighbor about shared property. Sometimes, challenges come when we get new responsibilities at work. My friend Omar experienced this when he was promoted to lead a team for the first time. It was exciting, but also difficult. He had to manage different personalities, meet deadlines, and handle many expectations. At first, this felt overwhelming. But instead of feeling stressed, Omar decided to learn. He studied basic leadership ideas, asked experienced people for guidance, and started holding regular meetings with his team. These meetings helped everyone communicate better. Slowly, Omar learned how to motivate his team and support them. His story shows that new responsibilities may feel hard at first, but they often help us grow both personally and professionally. Another common challenge is dealing with unexpected problems. My friend Rana faced this when she planned a big family event. On the day of the event, heavy rain ruined all the outdoor plans. She could have become angry or disappointed. Instead, she stayed calm. She quickly moved the event indoors, changed the activities, and kept everyone involved and happy. In the end, the event was successful and enjoyable. Rana's experience teaches us that being flexible and thinking quickly can help us overcome sudden challenges. Many challenges also require continuous learning. My friend Tarek is a software developer. When new technology was introduced at his company, he felt confused at first. He could have avoided learning new skills, but he chose a different path. He joined online courses, attended workshops, and practiced regularly. With time, he became confident and skilled. Eventually, his effort was noticed, and he received recognition at work. Tarek's story shows that learning new things helps turn challenges into opportunities. Some challenges are physical or environmental. My friend Kareem enjoys hiking. During one hike, his group faced a sudden storm on a mountain trail. This situation was dangerous, but Kareem stayed calm. He followed safety rules, made careful decisions, and guided his group to shelter. Everyone stayed safe. This experience became a lesson in preparation, patience, and calm decision-making under pressure. Daily life challenges often require self-discipline. My friend Amina wanted to wake up early to exercise before work. At first, she kept pressing the snooze button and going back to sleep. Instead of giving up, she created a routine. She placed her alarm far from the bed and wrote her progress in a journal. After a few weeks, waking up early became a habit. She felt more energetic and productive. Her story shows that small actions repeated daily can lead to big personal change. Another challenge many people face is uncertainty. My friend Zainab was offered a job in a new city. She was unsure whether to accept it. Instead of making a quick decision, she researched the city, talked to people who lived there, and carefully compared the advantages and disadvantages. This helped her feel confident in her choice. Her story teaches us that patience and research can reduce fear when facing uncertainty. Some challenges need careful planning. My friend Hamid wanted to grow his family business, but he had limited resources. He created a clear plan, studied the market, and found cost-effective ideas. He also trusted his team and shared responsibilities. By following his plan step by step, his business slowly improved. His story shows that planning often connects challenges to success. Communication is another area where challenges appear. My friend Layla had to negotiate with international clients who had strict demands. She prepared carefully, practiced her explanations, and expected difficult questions. During the discussion, she stayed calm and professional. In the end, both sides reached an agreement. Her experience shows that preparation and clear communication can solve stressful situations. Managing expectations is also important. My friend Samir wanted to run a marathon. At first, he expected fast results without much training. When he struggled, he realized he needed realistic goals. He adjusted his plan, set small milestones, and celebrated progress. Over time, he completed the marathon. His story shows that realistic expectations increase motivation and reduce frustration. Prioritizing tasks helps during busy times. My friend Fatima had a very busy week with work, family, and personal goals. She felt overwhelmed trying to do everything. Then she made a simple priority list. She focused on urgent tasks and delayed less important ones. This helped her feel calmer and more productive. Some challenges test our ability to stay calm under pressure. My friend Rashid faced a technical failure during an important presentation. Instead of panicking, he explained the problem calmly, used a backup plan, and continued. The presentation was successful. His story shows that calm thinking can save difficult situations. Building daily habits also helps develop resilience. My friend Nadia started a simple morning routine with light exercise, quiet reflection, and goal setting. Because of this, she felt more balanced during the day. Small problems did not affect her as much. Her story shows that daily habits prepare us to face challenges. Creativity helps when resources are limited. My friend Omar runs a small cafe. Once, he faced a shortage of ingredients. Instead of canceling orders, he created new menu items with what he had. Customers appreciated the creativity. His story shows that creative thinking can turn problems into opportunities. Self-confidence also grows through challenges. My friend Rana felt nervous speaking in meetings. She practiced regularly, recorded herself, and asked for feedback. Slowly, she became more confident and respected. Her experience shows that confidence grows through preparation and persistence. Some challenges require long-term perseverance. My friend Ahmed started learning a musical instrument as an adult. Progress was slow, and he felt discouraged. But he practiced daily and tracked small improvements. Over time, he became skilled. His story reminds us that patience and consistency bring results. Interpersonal challenges are common too. My friend Sarah had a conflict with her neighbor. Instead of arguing, she communicated calmly, listened carefully, and suggested fair solutions. The problem was resolved peacefully. This shows the power of empathy and patience. Being proactive helps prevent problems. My friend Tarek noticed repeated issues at work. Instead of waiting for a crisis, he introduced better procedures and training. Over time, problems reduced and the team improved. Stress management is another important skill. My friend Layla uses short breaks and deep breathing during stressful days. These simple practices help her stay focused and calm. Problem-solving skills also grow through challenges. My friend Hassan analyzed issues in his delivery system and fixed them step by step. This improved his business and customer satisfaction. Self-awareness helps control emotions. My friend Adil learned to pause and reflect before reacting. Over time, he became calmer and more effective. Feedback can also be a gift. My friend Miriam improved her work by listening to constructive feedback and applying suggestions. Time management helps with deadlines. My friend Fahad broke big tasks into small steps and stayed organized, completing everything on time. Resilience after failure is essential. My friend Sanaa's online shop was slow at first. Instead of quitting, she improved her strategy. Eventually, her business succeeded. Adapting to new technology is another challenge. My friend Hina learned online teaching tools step by step and became confident. Financial challenges also test us. My friend Samira handled unexpected car repairs by planning carefully and staying calm. All these stories teach one simple lesson. Challenges are part of life, but with patience, learning, and calm action, they help us grow stronger every day. Another common challenge is staying motivated during long-term projects. My friend Bilal wanted to write a research paper, but he often delayed his work. Each day, the task felt too big and he lost motivation. Instead of giving up, he changed his approach. He set very small daily writing goals, even just a few sentences. He also joined a study group so others could support and encourage him. After finishing each section, he allowed himself to feel proud of the progress. Slowly, day by day, he completed the paper successfully. Bilal's story teaches us that breaking big tasks into small steps keeps motivation alive and builds confidence. Challenges often test our ability to make good decisions. My friend Isla faced a difficult choice when she was offered a promotion that required moving to a new city. This decision affected her career, her family, and her daily life. Instead of deciding quickly, she took time to think. She discussed the situation with her husband, considered the advantages and disadvantages, and reflected on her long-term goals. In the end, she made a thoughtful and confident decision. Her experience shows that careful thinking and planning help us face difficult choices wisely. Sometimes challenges involve receiving criticism. My friend Imran wrote an article that received negative feedback from readers. At first, he felt disappointed and discouraged. But instead of ignoring the criticism, he chose to learn from it. He carefully read the comments, researched the topic more deeply, and improved his writing style. His next article received positive responses. Imran's story shows that criticism can become a valuable teacher when we use it to grow. Facing challenges is easier when we have support from others. My friend Fatima was preparing for a difficult professional exam. She did not try to do everything alone. She joined a study group, shared resources, and discussed difficult topics with others. The encouragement and shared effort helped her stay focused. In the end, she passed the exam with high marks. Her experience reminds us that asking for support makes challenges feel lighter. Another challenge many people face is sudden change in routine. My friend Rehan worked in an office, but his company suddenly switched to remote work. At first, he felt lonely and unproductive. Instead of giving up, he created a daily schedule, set up a small workspace at home, and stayed in regular contact with colleagues. Over time, he adapted well and even found remote work more efficient. His story shows that flexibility and proactive action help us adjust to unexpected changes. Fear of public speaking is also a common challenge. My friend Sarah had to speak at a large conference. She felt very nervous at first. To prepare, she practiced many times, reviewed her material carefully, and imagined herself speaking confidently. During the presentation, she stayed calm and spoke clearly. Her story shows that preparation and positive thinking reduce fear and increase confidence. Challenges also teach us how to learn from mistakes. My friend TK started a new business and made mistakes with product pricing. Instead of feeling defeated, he reviewed his errors, adjusted his strategy, and asked experienced people for advice. Over time, his business improved and became successful. His experience shows that mistakes are lessons, not failures. Competitive environments can also be challenging. My friend Aisha joined a national sports competition. The competition was strong and pressure was high. She focused on regular training, studied her opponents, and kept a positive mindset. During the event, she performed very well and achieved her personal best. Her story shows that preparation, focus, and mental strength help us succeed under pressure. Some challenges require quick problem solving. My friend Omar managed a large event when unexpected problems appeared. Instead of panicking, he stayed calm, assessed the situation, assigned tasks clearly, and acted quickly. Because of his calm thinking and organization, the event was successful. His story reminds us that calm decision-making is essential in urgent situations. Many challenges involve changing personal habits. My friend Layla wanted to improve her health, but unhealthy eating habits made it difficult. Instead of changing everything at once, she made small changes. She chose healthier snacks, added simple exercise to her routine, and tracked her progress. Over time, her energy increased and she felt healthier. Her story shows that small daily habit changes can create big improvements. Loneliness can also be a challenge. My friend Zain worked long hours from home and felt isolated. To overcome this, he joined community groups, attended workshops, and connected with colleagues online. These efforts helped him feel connected and motivated. His experience shows that building connections supports emotional well-being. Family responsibilities can also be challenging. My friend Ahmed had to balance work and childcare while his wife was traveling. At first, it felt exhausting. He created a daily plan, involved his children in small tasks, and communicated regularly with his wife. This experience improved his time management and strengthened family relationships. His story shows that patience and planning help manage family challenges. Finally, challenges often require creativity with limited resources. My friend Sarah wanted to renovate her home, but had a small budget. She researched affordable materials, reused old furniture, and worked with local professionals. Through creativity and careful planning, she completed the renovation successfully. Her experience shows that resourcefulness helps overcome financial and practical challenges. All these stories remind us of one simple truth: challenges are not obstacles to stop us. They're lessons that guide us toward growth, confidence, and a stronger future. Another common challenge in life is overcoming mental blocks. My friend Rayhan wanted to write a professional report, but every time he sat down, his mind felt empty. The ideas did not flow, and he felt stuck. Instead of forcing himself, he changed his approach. He began freewriting without worrying about mistakes. He created simple outlines and talked about his ideas with colleagues. Slowly, his confidence returned, and the words started to come naturally. In the end, he completed the report successfully. Rayhan's story shows that mental blocks are not permanent. With structure, patience, and active problem-solving, creativity can return. Sometimes challenges involve managing many tasks at the same time. My friend Layla had several deadlines at work while also handling personal responsibilities at home. At first, she felt overwhelmed and tired. Instead of trying to do everything at once, she created a clear schedule. She listed her tasks, set priorities, and used digital tools to track her progress. By staying organized and flexible, she completed all her tasks on time. Layla's experience shows that effective multitasking requires planning, focus, and adaptability. Facing challenges often means building self-confidence through practice. My friend Hassan wanted to improve his negotiation skills, but felt nervous during important discussions. To overcome this, he practiced role-playing with colleagues, studied negotiation techniques, and reflected on each experience. Over time, his confidence grew, and he became more successful in real negotiations. Hassan's story reminds us that confidence is built through consistent practice, not overnight success. Another important challenge is learning to think flexibly. My friend Naaman faced a sudden change at work when his manager introduced a completely new approach to a project he had planned for months. At first, he felt frustrated and resistant. But instead of giving up, he took time to understand the new direction. He brainstormed fresh ideas and adjusted his plan. In the end, the project succeeded, and he was praised for his adaptability. His experience shows that flexible thinking helps us handle unexpected changes calmly and successfully. Procrastination and lack of motivation are also common challenges. My friend Aisha wanted to publish a research article but kept postponing the work. Each day, the unfinished task made her feel more stressed. Finally, she decided to take control. She divided the article into small sections, set daily writing goals, and celebrated each completed part. Within a few weeks, she finished the article and submitted it successfully. Aisha's story shows that breaking big tasks into small steps helps overcome mental blocks and build steady progress. Challenges can also appear in family life. My friend Rashid and his wife became parents for the first time, and daily routines felt overwhelming. Rashid struggled to balance work and family responsibilities. Instead of staying stressed, he created a daily schedule, shared household tasks, and communicated openly with his wife. Slowly, they found a rhythm that worked for both of them. Their experience shows that planning, teamwork, and communication are essential for overcoming family challenges. Sometimes challenges require staying calm under pressure. My friend Fatima works in customer service and often deals with frustrated clients. One day, a customer became very upset about a delayed delivery. Instead of reacting emotionally, Fatima listened carefully, showed understanding, and offered practical solutions. By staying calm and professional, she resolved the situation smoothly. Her story shows that emotional control helps turn difficult situations into positive outcomes. Fear of failure is another powerful challenge. My friend Kareem wanted to start a small business, but feared losing his savings. Instead of avoiding the risk, he prepared carefully. He created a detailed plan, researched the market, and started small. Step by step, his confidence grew, and his business became successful. Kareem's story shows that fear is natural, but planning and gradual action help overcome it. Health setbacks can also be challenging. My friend Isla suffered a minor injury while exercising, which stopped her usual routine. At first, she felt disappointed and frustrated. Instead of giving up, she consulted a physiotherapist and adjusted her workouts to safer alternatives. Over time, she recovered fully and returned stronger. Her experience reminds us that setbacks are temporary and can be managed with patience and adaptation. Strong problem-solving skills help overcome many challenges. My friend Omar runs a small cafe, and one day supplier issues delayed several orders. Instead of panicking, he assessed his resources, adjusted the menu, and communicated honestly with customers. His quick thinking and creativity helped him manage the situation successfully. Omar's story shows that practical thinking and resourcefulness are powerful tools during challenges. Maintaining focus in distracting environments is another common challenge. My friend Sarah works in a busy office with constant interruptions. At first, she struggled to stay productive. She began scheduling focused work periods, turning off unnecessary notifications, and keeping a priority list. Over time, her productivity improved greatly. Her experience shows that discipline and focus help overcome demanding work environments. Finally, some challenges involve improving communication skills. My friend Tarek needed to present a proposal to senior management and felt nervous about explaining complex ideas clearly. He prepared visual aids, practiced his presentation, and anticipated questions. Because of his preparation, he delivered the presentation confidently and successfully. All these stories teach one important lesson: challenges are not meant to stop us. They are meant to shape us, teach us, and help us grow stronger step by step. During the presentation, he spoke with confidence. He explained his ideas clearly, answered questions calmly, and received approval for his proposal. His experience shows that good preparation, clear thinking, and self-confidence are powerful tools for overcoming communication challenges. Facing challenges also means developing resilience when receiving criticism. My friend Nadia once submitted a project report that received negative feedback from her supervisor. At first, she felt disappointed and discouraged. However, instead of feeling defeated, she carefully read the feedback and identified areas that needed improvement. She revised her report step by step. When she submitted it again, it was praised for its clarity and thoroughness. Nadia's story shows that constructive criticism is not a setback. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Another important challenge in life is managing unexpected financial stress. My friend Ahmed faced a sudden increase in household expenses due to an urgent home repair. Instead of panicking, he reviewed his budget calmly. He focused on essential expenses and postponed non-urgent purchases. He also looked for small ways to earn extra income. Within a few weeks, his financial situation became stable again. Ahmed's experience shows that careful planning and flexibility help overcome financial challenges. Sometimes challenges require long-term perseverance. My friend Rayhan decided to learn a new language. In the beginning, he struggled with pronunciation, grammar, and remembering new words. Progress felt slow and mistakes were common. But he did not give up. He practiced every day, used language apps, and joined conversation groups. After several months, his skills improved greatly, and he gained confidence speaking with native speakers. Rayhan's journey shows that consistent effort over time is essential for achieving difficult learning goals. Facing challenges often involves making difficult but necessary decisions. My friend Miriam had to choose between staying in her comfortable job or accepting a new opportunity that required relocation. She carefully considered the advantages and disadvantages, discussed the situation with her husband, and thought about her long-term goals. After careful reflection, she accepted the new opportunity. This decision helped her grow professionally. Miriam's story reminds us that thoughtful decision-making is important when facing major life changes. Another challenge many people face is maintaining mental health under pressure. My friend Fahad works long hours in a demanding profession. Over time, he began to feel mentally exhausted. To manage this, he started practicing meditation, taking short breaks, and setting realistic daily goals. These small habits helped him stay productive and emotionally balanced. His experience shows that taking care of mental health is essential for handling ongoing challenges. Some challenges require creative problem-solving. My friend Layla once faced a shortage of ingredients while preparing a family meal. Instead of canceling dinner, she experimented with alternative recipes using what she had. The meal turned out delicious, and everyone enjoyed it. This simple experience shows that creativity and adaptability help solve everyday problems. Facing challenges also involves learning from personal mistakes. My friend Omar struggled at first to manage his team effectively. He realized that unclear instructions and poor communication were causing confusion. Instead of blaming others, he reflected on his own actions. He improved his communication style and introduced clearer processes. Over time, teamwork improved and productivity increased. Omar's story shows that self-reflection and improvement are powerful tools for overcoming challenges. Another common challenge is adapting to new professional responsibilities. My friend Fatima was promoted to lead a department. At first, she felt unsure because the role required new skills. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, she joined leadership workshops, sought guidance from mentors, and applied what she learned. Gradually, her confidence grew, and her team performed well. Fatima's experience shows that learning and patience are essential when stepping into new roles. Sometimes challenges involve unexpected interruptions. My friend Sarah was preparing for an important client meeting when her computer suddenly crashed. Instead of panicking, she switched to a backup system, checked her materials, and continued the meeting calmly. The client was satisfied, and Sarah felt more confident handling emergencies. Her story shows that preparation and calm thinking help manage unexpected situations. Facing challenges often requires balancing multiple priorities. One of my colleagues had to manage work, family responsibilities, and personal learning at the same time. At first, it felt overwhelming. But he created a clear schedule, set priorities, and adjusted routines when necessary. By staying organized, he managed everything without excessive stress. His experience shows that balance comes from planning, discipline, and flexibility. Maintaining motivation during long-term goals is another challenge. My friend Lena wanted to complete a professional certification, but keeping up with the study material was difficult. She broke her study plan into small, manageable tasks. She tracked her progress and rewarded herself for milestones. This method kept her motivated, and she successfully completed the certification. Lena's story shows that small steps and consistency make long-term goals achievable. Sometimes challenges test our emotional control in stressful situations. And in those moments, staying calm, patient, and thoughtful often makes all the difference. My friend Imran once faced a disagreement with a team member during an important project. At first, the situation felt tense. He could have reacted quickly or spoken in anger. But instead, Imran paused for a moment and took a deep breath. He listened carefully to the other person and tried to understand their point of view. Then he suggested a fair compromise that worked for both sides. Because of this calm approach, the project continued smoothly, and their working relationship became even better. Imran's story reminds us that managing emotions wisely is very important when facing interpersonal challenges. Facing challenges also means using past experiences to solve new problems. My friend Rehan once faced a complicated technical issue at work. Instead of feeling confused or stressed, he remembered a similar problem he had faced in the past. He thought about what he had learned before and applied those lessons to the new situation. Because of this, he solved the problem quickly and efficiently. Rehan's experience shows that reflecting on past challenges can help us handle new obstacles with confidence. Another common challenge is learning a new skill with patience and persistence. My friend Hassan wanted to learn painting. In the beginning, his work did not look good, and he felt frustrated. Many people would give up at this stage, but Hassan did not. He practiced regularly, watched online lessons, and asked friends for feedback. Slowly, month by month, his skills improved. Hassan's journey shows that patience and consistent practice are the keys to learning new skills and overcoming frustration. Sometimes challenges appear when resources are limited. My friend Nadia had to organize a community event with very little money. At first, this seemed impossible. But instead of giving up, she became creative. She asked volunteers for help, borrowed equipment, and reused materials in smart ways. The event was successful, and the community truly appreciated her effort. Nadia's story shows that creativity and resourcefulness can turn financial limitations into successful outcomes. Overcoming challenges often requires building mental strength through daily habits. One of my colleagues faced very stressful workdays with tight deadlines and multiple projects. In the beginning, he felt exhausted and overwhelmed. Instead of letting stress control him, he created a simple morning routine. Every day, he did light exercise, practiced meditation, and reviewed his priorities. These small habits slowly built his mental resilience. Over time, he became calmer, more focused, and better prepared for high-pressure situations. His experience shows that daily routines can train the mind to handle challenges effectively. Another challenge people face is sudden changes in professional expectations. My friend Sana was asked to lead a high-stakes project for the first time. She had never managed such a team before and felt nervous and unsure. Instead of panicking, she started learning. She researched leadership skills, asked experienced colleagues for advice, and created a clear plan for her team. By adapting quickly and staying open to learning, she successfully completed the project and gained confidence. Sana's story shows that flexibility and proactive learning help us face new challenges. Sometimes challenges involve balancing multiple responsibilities. My friend Rehan had to manage his work tasks while also supporting his wife during an important family event. Trying to handle everything at once felt stressful. To manage this, he created a schedule, shared tasks when possible, and communicated openly with his wife about priorities. With planning and teamwork, he fulfilled both work and family responsibilities. His experience shows that organization and communication are essential for balance. Facing challenges can also mean improving emotional intelligence. My friend Aisha worked with a team member who often missed deadlines. Instead of getting angry, she observed the situation calmly. She listened to the team member's concerns and offered guidance and support. Slowly, the person improved, and the entire team worked better together. Aisha's story shows that understanding emotions, both your own and others, can turn difficult situations into opportunities for growth. Another example of facing challenges is having the courage to try new ideas. My friend Omar wanted to introduce a new customer service system in his cafe. He worried that his staff might resist the change. Instead of avoiding the idea, he explained the benefits clearly, trained the staff carefully, and asked for feedback. The change was successful and customer satisfaction improved. Omar's experience shows that courage, communication, and guidance help make innovation successful. Challenges often require careful planning and preparation. My friend Miriam wanted to host a large family gathering during a very busy time. She felt worried about organization and possible problems. Instead of stressing, she made a detailed plan. She listed tasks, shared responsibilities with family members, and prepared backup options. On the day of the event, everything went smoothly. Miriam's story shows that planning, preparation, and foresight make even complex challenges manageable. Sometimes, challenges come from changes in our physical condition. My friend Fadi faced such a challenge when he suffered a minor injury. Because of this injury, he could not continue his usual sports routine. At first, he felt disappointed and worried about losing his fitness. But instead of giving up, he chose a positive path. He visited a physiotherapist and asked for professional advice. Together, they found alternative exercises that were safe for his body and still effective. Slowly, Fadi regained his strength and stayed active. This story teaches us that adapting to limitations and finding creative solutions can help us overcome physical challenges. Many challenges also require strong problem-solving skills, especially under pressure. My friend Nadia experienced this when she was organizing a community event. Just before the event, a key vendor canceled at the last minute. This could have ruined everything. However, Nadia stayed calm. She quickly looked for other options, contacted backup vendors, and adjusted the event schedule. Because of her quick thinking and calm actions, the event was successful. People appreciated how smoothly everything was handled. Nadia's story shows that good problem-solving needs calm thinking, creativity, and fast action. Another common challenge is learning how to manage frustration. My friend Imran faced repeated delays during a major construction project. Many unexpected problems appeared, and delays kept happening. Instead of becoming angry or losing control, Imran chose to stay focused. He carefully analyzed the problems, identified what he could control, and worked on solutions step by step. By managing his frustration and staying constructive, he completed the project on time. His experience shows that controlling frustration helps us think clearly and solve complex problems. Some challenges require strong self-discipline. My friend Layla wanted to follow a consistent study routine while preparing for an advanced exam. At first, she struggled a lot. Social media, household tasks, and distractions made it hard for her to focus. Then she decided to change her approach. She used time blocking, set clear study goals, and used reminders to stay on track. Slowly, she built strong self-discipline. In the end, she completed her preparation successfully. Layla's story reminds us that small, consistent actions can lead to big achievements. Facing challenges often means making important decisions. My friend Tarek had to decide whether to invest in new technology for his small business. It was a difficult choice because there were risks involved. Instead of rushing, he researched carefully, compared different options, and asked experts for advice. After thoughtful evaluation, he made a smart decision that improved both efficiency and profits. Tarek's story shows that careful decision-making is very important when dealing with complex challenges. Mental fatigue is another challenge many people face. My friend Fatima worked on a long and demanding report that required many revisions. She felt tired and mentally exhausted. Instead of pushing herself too hard, she took short breaks, practiced mindfulness, and delegated some tasks to colleagues. These small changes helped her regain focus and energy. Fatima's experience shows that managing mental energy is key to completing difficult tasks effectively. Sometimes challenges appear when we step into new roles. My friend Hassan was promoted to lead a project team. At first, he doubted his abilities and felt unsure. Instead of letting fear control him, he attended leadership workshops, studied team dynamics, and practiced clear communication. Gradually, his confidence grew, and the project moved forward smoothly. His story shows that confidence develops through preparation and experience. Communication under pressure is another common challenge. My friend Sarah had to present an important proposal to senior executives. The pressure was high. Instead of panicking, she prepared visual aids, practiced her presentation, and anticipated possible questions. Her calm and clear delivery impressed the executives, and the proposal was approved. Sarah's story teaches us that preparation and clarity help us succeed in high-pressure situations. Sudden changes can also be challenging. My friend Rayhan had to adapt when his company suddenly moved to remote work. At first, he struggled with communication and workflow. But he created a daily routine, set up a proper workspace, and learned digital tools. Over time, he became more productive than before. His experience shows that adaptability helps us succeed during unexpected changes. Finally, some challenges need creativity. My friend Nadia once faced a shortage of materials for a community project. Instead of canceling the project, she used available resources creatively, involved volunteers, and redesigned tasks. The project succeeded, and people admired her innovative approach. Her story shows that creativity can turn obstacles into opportunities. Facing challenges often means learning how to become strong again after a setback. My friend Omar started a small business, but in the beginning, sales were very low. He felt disappointed and worried. Many people would quit in this situation, but Omar did not. He carefully looked at what went wrong. He improved his marketing, learned new ways to reach customers, and asked experienced business owners for advice. Slowly, sales began to grow. Over time, his business became successful and profitable. Omar's story shows us that resilience and persistence are very important when we face failure. Another challenge many people face is staying motivated while doing repetitive work. My friend Layla works in a data entry job. The work is repetitive and can feel boring. At first, she felt tired and unmotivated. To solve this, she created small strategies to help herself. She set small goals, took short breaks, and rewarded herself when she finished tasks. By staying positive and focused, she worked efficiently and avoided burnout. Layla's experience teaches us that motivation needs creativity and consistency, even in simple or repetitive tasks. Sometimes challenges appear as conflicts with other people. My friend Adele had a disagreement with a colleague about project responsibilities. Instead of becoming defensive or angry, he stayed calm. He explained his own point of view clearly, listened carefully to the other person, and suggested a fair solution. Because of this respectful conversation, the conflict ended and the project continued smoothly. Adele's story shows that communication, empathy, and patience help solve interpersonal problems. Facing challenges also means learning how to manage stress through mindfulness. My friend Fatima had a demanding job that caused frequent stress. She often felt anxious and overwhelmed. To improve her situation, she started practicing mindfulness meditation for just 10 minutes every day. This simple habit helped her stay present, reduce anxiety, and respond calmly to problems instead of reacting quickly. Fatima's story shows that mindfulness strengthens mental clarity and resilience in daily life. Another important challenge is developing long-term strategic thinking. My friend Tarek wanted to grow his business, but he had limited resources. Instead of rushing, he studied market trends, chose priorities carefully, and created a step-by-step growth plan. By following this plan slowly and wisely, he expanded his business without financial pressure. Tarek's experience teaches us that strategic planning helps us approach challenges in an organized and effective way. Sometimes challenges test our patience, especially when results take time. My friend Hassan was waiting for the results of a very competitive exam. He felt nervous and impatient during the waiting period. Instead of worrying all the time, he focused on productive activities and kept a positive mindset. When the results were announced, he achieved a high score. Hassan's story reminds us that patience and focusing on what we can control help us handle uncertainty. Facing challenges often means asking for help and learning from experts. My friend Nadia wanted to start a community initiative, but she had little experience in managing projects. Instead of guessing, she attended workshops, spoke with mentors, and studied successful examples. With guidance and proper planning, her project was completed successfully. Nadia's story shows that learning from others makes challenges easier to handle. Finally, some challenges involve balancing work, learning, and family life. My friend Omar wanted to continue his studies while working and supporting his family. At first, it felt overwhelming. He created a clear schedule, shared household responsibilities with his wife, and used his study time wisely. This balance helped him grow both professionally and personally. Omar's experience teaches us that planning and prioritization are key to managing complex life challenges. Sometimes challenges mean finding the confidence to take initiative. My friend Sarah noticed that her team's workflow was not efficient. She had good ideas, but she felt nervous about sharing them. She worried about how others might react. After thinking carefully, she realized that her ideas could help everyone. She spoke to her manager, explained the problems clearly, and suggested practical solutions. The manager accepted her ideas, and the changes improved the team's productivity. Sarah's story shows that having the courage to speak up and take initiative can create positive change. Overcoming challenges often requires persistence built through small daily actions. My friend Rayhan wanted to improve his public speaking skills. However, he felt nervous and often forgot his words during presentations. Instead of avoiding speaking, he chose a simple habit. Every day, he practiced speaking for 5 minutes in front of a mirror. Slowly, he increased the time and made his speeches more detailed. After several weeks, his confidence grew. Eventually, he could speak clearly and calmly during presentations at work. Rayhan's experience shows that small, consistent efforts can overcome fear and build confidence over time. Another challenge is adapting to unexpected family responsibilities. My friend Fatima had to care for her elderly parents while continuing her professional work. At first, she felt overwhelmed by the pressure. Instead of becoming frustrated, she made a clear daily schedule. She divided her time between work, caregiving, and rest. She also talked openly with her husband and shared responsibilities. Because of planning and teamwork, she managed everything without burning out. Fatima's story shows that communication and organization help manage multiple responsibilities. Sometimes challenges involve overcoming self-doubt. My friend Omar wanted to apply for a leadership role, but he believed he was not good enough. He felt unsure about his abilities. Instead of letting fear stop him, he wrote down his skills, achievements, and past successes. He also asked trusted colleagues for honest feedback. With a clearer view of his strengths, he applied for the position and was selected. Omar's story teaches us that recognizing our abilities helps us overcome self-doubt. Facing challenges can also mean improving focus and concentration. My friend Sana worked in a busy office where noise and interruptions were common. She struggled to concentrate and complete tasks well. To solve this, she created a quiet workspace, set specific time blocks for deep work, and avoided multitasking. Within a few weeks, her productivity improved and the quality of her work became better. Sanaa's experience shows that focus is a powerful skill when handling complex challenges. Another example involves handling sudden financial pressure. My friend Khaled needed urgent home repairs that he had not planned for. Instead of panicking, he calmly reviewed his finances. He focused on essential expenses and delayed unnecessary spending. He also looked for small freelance work to earn extra income. Within a few months, he managed the situation successfully. Khaled's story shows that planning and adaptability help overcome financial challenges. Challenges often require problem-solving skills in high-pressure situations. My friend Aisha was organizing a professional workshop when a key speaker canceled at the last minute. Instead of giving up, she quickly contacted other speakers, adjusted the schedule, and clearly informed the participants. The workshop continued smoothly and received positive feedback. Aisha's story shows that calm thinking and quick action can turn problems into success. Sometimes challenges involve managing emotions at work. My friend Imran received criticism during a team meeting about a project he led. Instead of reacting defensively, he listened carefully and accepted useful feedback. He suggested improvements and worked with the team to make changes. As a result, the project improved and teamwork became stronger. Imran's experience shows that emotional control and openness to feedback are essential skills. Finally, facing challenges often requires strong time management. My friend Layla had many deadlines at work along with personal responsibilities. She felt stressed at first. To regain control, she created a priority list, estimated how much time each task needed, and set fixed hours for focused work. By following her schedule, she completed everything on time without feeling overwhelmed. Layla's story teaches us that good time management makes difficult situations manageable. Another challenge in life is learning how to build resilience after failure. My friend Fad tried to launch a new product in his business. He worked hard and had high hopes, but the first sales were very low. At first, he felt disappointed and worried. However, instead of giving up, he chose to learn from the situation. He carefully listened to customer feedback, studied what people did not like, and adjusted his marketing strategy. He also improved the product step by step. Slowly, customers began to respond positively. Sales increased, and the business developed a stronger reputation. Fad's story shows that failure is not the end. Learning from setbacks and continuing with patience can lead to long-term success. Sometimes challenges involve improving interpersonal communication skills. My friend Miriam experienced misunderstandings with her colleagues while working on a group project. Small issues grew into bigger problems because expectations were not clear. Instead of avoiding the situation, Miriam decided to take action. She organized regular meetings, explained goals clearly, and listened carefully to everyone's ideas and concerns. Over time, communication improved, trust grew, and the team worked better together. The project was completed successfully. Miriam's experience shows that clear and respectful communication is a powerful way to overcome interpersonal challenges. Facing challenges can also mean developing creativity in problem-solving. My friend Omar was asked to decorate a community center for an event, but he had a very limited budget. Instead of feeling stressed, he looked for creative solutions. He reused old decorations, asked volunteers for help, and came up with simple but attractive design ideas. The final result looked beautiful, and the guests were impressed. Omar's story shows that creativity can turn limitations into opportunities. Another common challenge is maintaining motivation during repetitive or monotonous tasks. My friend Rayhan works in data analysis, a job that requires long hours of careful and repetitive work. At times, he felt bored and tired. To stay motivated, he set small daily goals, took short planned breaks, and rewarded himself after completing sections of work. These simple habits helped him stay focused, accurate, and productive. Rayhan's experience demonstrates that using structured strategies can help maintain motivation, even in repetitive situations.